Hello guys, and welcome back to another Liga IX Hispania Company vs 2 replay. Today we've got a 1 versus 1 on Langareski as Zeva Elpeern in the blue, sent in by Zeva Elpeern in the blue, playing as the OKW player, 1-star level 75 versus the American player in red, who is called Alcoholic, with a 3-star level 100. So the level system is in Alcoholic's favour. However, we all know that rank counts for nothing. It's all about leaderboard level. So, Alcoholic's going straight up Graham. He's gone for Recon Support Company. I don't see this used very often. I quite like it, but I do not own this in the game. So I don't own the only commanders I don't own are a few American ones. And this is one of the ones I've always wanted to try it. The Void Observers look really good for riflemen. The INR Pathfinders can deploy to the battle. They can authorize to call down artillery, so there's nothing wrong with that. The M8 Greyhound is just an upgraded utility car. Recon and an airdropped combat group, which is very expensive but may prove useful. Elpeern has got the fortifications, special operations, and elite armor to choose from. So we'll see what happens. So we're going to have a zoom in on this first combat here between the Stern Pioneers and the Riflemen. The Riflemen are going to win that engagement, but the Stern Pioneers should be able to get a couple of kills off here. And as we see here, these are going to have to retreat, but as we see, these Volksgrenadiers are going to be able to mop that up easily because he killed through 2 Riflemen and a rear echelon and lost 3 Stern Pioneers. So it's a nice little trade. If this was behind heavy cover as well, I would be more inclined, but these guys should win this, but he should be definitely targeting the Riflemen. He's just getting very unlucky with that health bar right now, as we see, but they finally lost another guy, and the Volksgrenadier should happily be able to win. So we'll see what he goes first in that part anyways. However, the rear echelon seems to be evening out pretty heavily, so it looks like the Volksgrenadier are going to start losing this and are going to lose this engagement, are going to need some support, and as we see here, you need to get the hell out of it. I would have hopped in this building, to be honest. That would have been a better use for that. Next, we've got the Kubelwagen going up for the intercept course to try and kill this unit. Very good choice. We'll see if it works. Do we get the kill? No, we don't. And this rifleman's going to try and close in to kill this unit. The rear echelon's going to try and cop the northern fuel point, trying to get that double fuel cap. But right now, Elpeern doesn't have these 2 points in the bottom south here connected, which means he's getting none of these resources in here. He's got this munitions point, so he's getting those 11 resources. And as we can see, the allies, the allied player, the American player, is getting more munitions and fuel in, a lot more fuel than Elpeern is right now. But that should change once he connects this here, which he is doing right now. The Kubelwagen needs to get out of there. A couple more rifle shots, and it's dead. It's gonna, while these are capturing, going to heal there, so that's going to be good for the engineers. Get that back into the fray. Another Volksgrenadier coming, so we've got 3 Riflemen, a rear echelon versus 3 Volksgrenadiers, Sturm Pioneer, and the Kubelwagen. So as we can see here, no vehicle has been built yet here, and I don't believe the American has decided to go for any upgrade yet. No, he hasn't. So we're all quite early games yet. 3 minutes in, and we'll see what happens. The Riflemen are going to win this engagement against this one-on-one. However, with the inclusion of the Kubelwagen and some Volksgrenadiers, this unit needs to pull up behind this heavy cover right now, which is not, so it's going to start taking some more fire. He's going to go behind the heavy cover now, but the damage has been done. He can hold out for a decent amount of time there, but this Rifleman's really going to hold his relief forces up here. Sturm Pioneer could be used to intercept this rifle squad, which is very clumped up on this point here. And as we see, He's trying to target this Rifleman out of cover, but the Riflemen are going to get up behind that heavy cover and just absolutely annihilate this Volksgrenadier. But these Volksgrenadiers are going to beat the one in the building with the Kubelwagen support. However, they did lose a lot of men actually, that Rifleman squad, but the rear echelon support is going to save it. He's going for the cut-off here, but the lieutenant, so we're now got a lieutenant on the field, so we're probably going to see a utility car, some MGs, maybe even the half-track, I believe it's called. Let me just double-check. Yes, no, yeah. Yes, maybe even the M15 half-track, which would be a nice little change, so I don't see that very often. It is very good if used correctly. I'm more of a fan of the utility car, but if he's gone for this, I would imagine he's probably going to get Greyhound because it only costs how much did it cost? It costs 20 more fuel, but you get it's a lot better than the the utility car. I'm not sure if it also gets a bazooka in its crew. So we'll see how it happens then. Also, this can also stick it. This can also probably beat a Luke's at the same point. I think the Luke's would beat it, but this thing can do a lot more damage as it has an actual main gun that it can shoot at. So it can actually do a lot more damage to the Luke's. And with enough rifleman support, I believe that the Greyhound could easily beat the Luke's with some AT grenading support. It all depends on how accurate they are as well. He's going to get in this building. It's going to be a very good cut-off point here. He needs to hold this. Grab the munitions very nicely. This Cooper wagon's going to be a great support. Rifleman on 5 men, but he's on half health, so very interesting. OKW has gone. Elpeern's gone for the Kettenwerfer early on, and he's got some fuel down, going for his mechanised regiment headquarters on the left side there. Left side, 2 riflemen overpowering the 1-star Volksgrenadier, so he's going to start taking this left side. Elpeern really needs to start moving out this way, or he's going to really start losing the initiative and resource flow, which you can't afford to do as the OKW. You really need to win that early game to get that fuel in for the late game. So we'll see how that goes. So as we see here, not much happening. We just got the buff. So at the moment, Elpeern needs to react quickly, or he's going to get triple capped, and those points are going down. He is winning the points victory so far, so he can afford to lose a few points. But anyone under a triple cap for too long is really going to bite him in the arse somewhere down the line. So he is moving his Volksgrenadier to secure the fuel over there. That's the nice safe bet. But there's a decent chunk of forces holding in the centre, and as we see here, we have our amazing, sexy armoured skirts going on the M8 Greyhound. So as we see here, it's good against infantry, but it's a main gun. So it'd be in Company Fields 1, I believe they did have the little MG on top of it as well, but they don't have that anymore. But as we see here, he used the M2 canister shot for 50 munitions, which, oh my word, decimated that Sturm Pioneer. So this could actually be a really good call early on. Elpeern's getting pushed all the way back to base here, and he doesn't even have a. He's not even near his Panzer II yet, so he really needs to get that support on. This is a good situation for maybe him to get the Shrek on the Sturm Pioneer squad, but he has already gone for the minesweeper. But he does have a Panzer. He does have a Kettenwerfer. It is in camouflage. It isn't seen. And the Kettenwerfer gets a nice cheeky shot off on the M4C Greyhound, and one more shot would have killed it, because this thing is very light on the course of armament, and those Kettenwerfer shots turn into heat-seeking missiles half the time, and can be garrisoned in buildings, which a lot of people do forget. If you look at the army value, both sides are relatively even. In my opinion, the American player has the better overall army, but Elpeern is using his small army a lot better. I would say he's being more resourceful in the trade. The American's losing more. Also, the American doesn't have an ambulance, which he is getting now. 50 cows also coming out for the American, which is going to be really, really good at holding down the points, so Elpeern can't just rush straight back up there and get it. So also Elpeern, right, what Elpeern can't do now, which he usually can do, if you start getting pushed back by allies early game, you have your Lukes. All right, everyone knows the Lukes is just rail through everything early game, but you cannot rail through an American line with a captain with a bazooka and a Greyhound. It's just, you just can't do it. And I'm really surprised he hasn't used any of those INR Pathfinders. And however, I just saw in the top right corner the lieutenant has been wiped. So that's a very good wipe there. And if I was him, I'll get up my Sturm Pioneers to try and get the M4. The M4 is it? The M19 automatic Brownings, which will be great. But the riflemen are going to pick it up there. They don't want the enemy to grab that, so just to be on the safe side, they're going to get out of there. Right side's going to be capped. So again, triple cap still for Elpeern, and his fuel is being cut off by this point here. So it's not looking good for Elpeern right now, and he really needs to branch out there and just secure this left star here. He has got the Kettenwerfer there, so he does have the anti-tank to deal with this Greyhound. But the longer Elpeern lets the American player monopolise on this money, monopolise on this income, he's going to do better. The Iron Pathfinders, I don't see these very often. They're a very nice looking unit. As we can see here, they're crappier in battle than the normal IR Pathfinders. You can call the Beacon, which is This beacon will reveal nearby enemy units in the minimap, prove accuracy of power drops in the area, and allow paratroopers to power drop anywhere else. So it's a decent ability there. We have the artillery barrage, which is 140, so a quick 155mm. We also have decoy barrage as well. That's the basic. It's practically a major which has a better barrage. Is how I can explain it. He shouldn't have rushed this Greyhound in there that much. This is going to get a Faust. I'm telling you right now. Oh, we can't. Elpeern doesn't have the munitions. What does he spend his munitions on? What is he? Is he upgrading? I don't know. But that Rekenwerfer got a very nice cheeky shot off there. Half the Greyhound's ammo. It's going to be guard commission for a while yet. Kubelwagen doing a great job in capping at the left side. Yeah, this is his main capping power, was his infantry could actually get involved in the attack. Just shame there's not an infantry support gun on the field or anything like that, because he would really hurt these American blobs here. Luke's on the field now, so we now have some more mobility on the field. As we see now, the vehicle crew does not have a bazooka the same as a utility car, which is a shame because I would assume it would be. We kind of fit in the building there, actually doing a decent chunk of damage actually. And it looks like if this unit does not retreat, he's going to lose a 2-star rifleman, which looks like he is going to be. Yep, there we go. That's a nice little kill there for the Sturm Pioneers. Artillery has been called in. That's 140 munitions gone from the IRR Pathfinders. And it looks like he's screwed up here because he's now lost his 50 cal machine gun. And this Pathfinder looks like it's going to hit the dust any second. Now, there we go. However, he's going to get out of there because he takes a big shot by the bazooka in there. The Greyhound's going to want to try and come charging out to him, but he needs to be careful that Rekenwerfer is around. And as we see here, the Greyhound cannot beat the Luke head on, and one more rocket shot fired would just be enough to cripple. He is pulling back as the bazooka squad is coming forward. The Rekenwerfer has been pulled back as there has been a big American push on the right side. The 50 cal has been reclaimed and an anti-tank grenade was thrown onto the Luke's. The Luke's isn't in a desperate situation right now. It has got a damaged engine, but there's nothing near that can really kill it. The Greyhound got very lucky though that the Rekenwerfer was just out of range and couldn't get that shot. Oh, it would have been bye-bye Greyhound. So Elpeern in this move has divided the map up. He is still losing on them. He is still pretty heavily losing on the VPs. But he's now got a stable, secured, and defended resource line that can't be cut off easily. He can come in through the centre and he'll have to head on. So we've got a triple Volksgrenadier blob here. Usually you don't see a blob for KW, but he is going to leave one there and he's going to send 2 more over here. The MG is set up in the right direction to meet him, and if he's very quick, maybe he can get one around, which he did do. Good micromanaging there for Elpeern. This unit, however, this one got suppressed. I don't know how this got suppressed. I really don't. It shouldn't be suppressed, but it still did get the thing off here. Let's see if he uses canister shot again. I would use canister shot. I like that. I like using canister. It's a 2-star. Hasn't really killed much, but for 2 stars, so it looks like it levels up very easily. It looks like it's going to be bye-bye Kubelwagen. Farewell. We always love you. And if he's not careful, he is going to lose this Volksgrenadier in the north here, which he has seen and managed to micro out of the way. He has gone camouflage, so he didn't see. I don't believe he saw the Kettenwerfer coming up. Bit premature to retreat it like that. You didn't need to retreat it like that. I would take this thing off of camouflage right now and get it down there to here. Elpeern is doing a very ballsy thing, right? He's pushing base, right? He's going to have no infantry support due to the fact that the MG at base is going to stop him dead in his tracks. However, he still managed to get a cheeky Panzerschreck out there. And there is a howitzer on the field now for the American. I think he's actually, if Elpeern's good, he could actually get in the base here and do a lot of damage. However, there was a heat-seeking anti-tank grenade here thrown. This is a very precarious situation for the Lukes. But however, because of all this attack here, if we look at the map, Elpeern's done a great job of just capping the rest of the map here. The very, very weak Kubelwagen that didn't die over there managed to survive and get out there, has been doing a great job at the capping. And now as we see, the tables have turned and the points are now turning into the OKW's favour. However, the centre star is being recapped by Alcoholic there. So we have now not regular movement. I believe he's, what have we got on here? I forgot the name. I believe it's infantry movement. So he turns camouflage, but it means he'll go even slower. But this means the enemy doesn't have a bloody idea where the hell that thing is. So it stops that Greyhound from going in. I just wanted to kick the crap out of it. Elpeern's doing something really risky now. Right, he knows Against the American, you can risk it. He knows there's a Greyhound on the field. He has the Lukes versus the infantry, and his infantry right about now, before we look at the army, is more vetted up and can easily deal with the American infantry. Maybe an MG in there will just for good measure, but we might get that down the line. He's going for a Puma as well as a Lukes, so he's going for a purely early-based mechanized army and has those med packs there from the Sturm Pioneers, which is very good if you can't afford the level 1. And the reason why the Puma can kill everything in the American arsenal apart from the Pershing properly. You can kill a Sherman, and you can kill a Jackson. You can kill a Wolverine. The Puma's gun can pierce all the American armor, but it just as long if he uses it right and micros that Puma right and vets it up, gets it for its critical shot as well, it'll be really good. Elpeern's also gone for the elite armor doctrine, so he's now got the Sturm Tiger in the mix. He's got these Panther Commander. He's got the high explosive anti-tank shells, which is now available for the Puma. So the Puma is a very good choice here. The Lukes does go down to the Greyhound. That Greyhound is now going to be 3-star, which is one thing Elpeern did not want. 3-star, the elite crews now to get the battlefield with ease and have an increased awareness of the surroundings. So that crew, this Greyhound has been a real pain in Elpeern's ass. The Puma's on the field now, can't really do jack against this. Armor piercing rounds. It's not even armor piercing rounds, and it's just piercing the front of this armor very well. It's quite strange. I don't usually see that. So that's quite strange. That wasn't even armor piercing rounds used. It's very surprising. Howitzer on the field still as well, so that's going to be causing some extra damage to Elpeern. Elpeern has managed to hit the map, but I don't think he's going to be able to hold it. Very risky moving up this this 1/3 health Puma on the field. Recent patch, I believe the Puma has actually been decreased against infantry, and the captain has gone down. So the American player's got a very silly mistake. He's gone captain. He's gone all three. He's gone captain, major, and lieutenant, which is good late game. But you do not want to do it mid game. This is when you don't need to get the captain. Okay, you don't need the captain and the lieutenant. You get the captain, lieutenant, then the major, and then pump out a tank. He's now doing, but he could have got that 2 minutes earlier. It could have been really useful. So an M4C is coming out. An M4 is not an M4C, so it's an M4 Sherman coming out. The Puma can handle it. He has got every Kettenwerfer on the squad still, so that will come in his favour. The American armour is piss poor in the armour, so the armour department. So it's it can pierce. The Puma can pierce easily and probably outrange the M4C, which is a quite amusing part. Elpeern has gone for another Lukes on the field, which is very interesting, which is going to really drain his armor supply. He might be going for that Sturm Tiger later on, but we'll see how that goes. However, if he's not careful, this Greyhound is going to have his way with him. A 3-star Greyhound is going to happily kick the crap out of that Lukes, but we need to be careful. As we see here, this Lukes needs to get the hell out of here. Puma needs to redeploy to intercept, which he's doing right now. But even the Puma doesn't really want to take this fight right now, especially with a bazooka squad. A double bazooka. Is that a double bazooka? Yeah, a double bazooka. I believe does he have eyes on? As we see here, the Greyhound can shoot back, and Elpeern quickly goes into smoke and gets the crap out of there. The American player is blobbing up pretty much. He's not expanded. Really, Elpeern doesn't have the forces to deal with him right now, especially with the M4A3 Sherman coming on the field and the Greyhound for infantry support. So the American player can just go he should branch off and go over here and over here and capture all the areas, all the points in the sector. But he's not, which is really going to work in Elpeern's favour. He may be losing the battle right now, but the longer it takes him to resecure this is the more resources he's going to get in. And 103 fuel with 155 munitions, that's not bad for an OKW player to whack out. He can whack out a second Puma any time now. And I reckon he's saving up for the Sturm Tiger, because the Sturm Tiger against all American armour can kill it pretty quickly. Sorry, I had a little cough then, guys. So this 5-star, like I said, his units are now also very vetted up, and I've only seen one wipe for an infantry unit or against Elpeern. So all of his infantry is very high vetted. The Lukes is doing a good job here, but that M4C, I need to stop saying M4C, the M4A3, almost like the M4A, it's M4, let's go call it M4, is just going to be able to kick the crap out, even on the Puma. The Puma doesn't stay at long range, which I don't know what the Puma is doing though. The Kettenwerfer is getting shots off. No, he's not. He's got a northern flank. I don't know what the Puma is deciding to do. Gets a cheeky shot in, does half damage to the Greyhound, but also takes a shot in the side and a shot from the M4 and a shot in the front from the Greyhound, bringing that down to half health, just below half health actually. A secondary Puma, which I said is going to come out, has come out now, and as we see, it can happily pierce the frontal armor of this. But I believe an anti-tank grenade was thrown, and this Puma is in a very precarious situation. The infantry is going to come in and mop up, forcing this to retreat, and the Lukes needs to be careful because the Greyhound and the M4 is still on the field, and the Sturm Pioneers really need to get their arse into gear and fix this. Even though, yeah, he's upgraded it so that they can heal. So the one that can move is actually going to move back to base to get healed, and the one that isn't is going to hide behind this bush to make sure he can't come in and take a quick snipe while it heals. So a very good position there by Elpeern. As we see, the points are slowly coming back into Elpeern's favour now. 289 points for the Allies, and 270 points for the 289 points for the Axis, and 268 points for the Allies. Does have a recon sweep there, so he can keep an eye. He can have an eye in the sky. Also, I forgot he can get paratroopers with this. So you can with those INR Pathfinders. Once you get this, if you airdrop this combat group, which is 2 squads of paratroopers, along with an AT gun. Can parachute, so that's 900 munition, 900 manpower. If you're holding manpower, by all means do it, and you've got a lot of munitions, go for it, because you could crack double paratroopers, okay? Double paratroopers with those light, I forgot the name, let me have a look, the M19 light machine gun. Oh my word, it is the perfect killing machine for OKW infantry. And I've used it multiple times. It is really good at killing those. It just really beats 5-star anything. The only thing that could probably give it a run for its money is a 5-star orbital darting with an LMG or an infrared STGs. But even then, your paratroopers should be relatively vetted up by the time. Hopefully, they have a 5-star on the field. Like I see here, that this 5-star could easily beat this. However, due to beating cover and the Greyhound coming in, Greyhound does get hit by a nice mine placement by Elpeern there, so it's going to be very nice to get the hell out of there before Puma decides to take a cheeky shot at it. There's no Puma nearby, we're just looking for Elpeern. The Puma, I don't know, well, these Pumas are taking some really long shots actually, and even killed this poor American GI. It's quite scary actually with his eyes staring like that. So Elpeern's starting to get a lot of fuel back here. Now is his time to really put down the Sphere headquarters. I don't know what Alcoholic's been spilling his fuel. Oh no, he hasn't got any fuel, that's why. Both points have been taken for Elpeern's. Elpeern's got the vastly superior army right now. Sturm Tiger has been brought onto the field. This is a sexy beast. This is an American blobber's worst nightmare. As we see here, the Pumas are winning this long range combat against the M4s. However, an anti-tank grenade was thrown on the 2-star, and it's going to have to get the crap out of there. Critical shot and AP. So if you whack on a heat explosive shell, and as if you hear about that shell shock, the Sturm Tiger went in, killed the 50 cal. When I say killed it, obliterated it. Those guys are probably just in agony right now. And like I said, if you use those heat shells and the aim shot at the same time, I'm not sure if they stack up. That could one-shot the Greyhound, I think, or use it simultaneously. The heat rounds go. I don't think it's just one round, is it? Heat shell, so you have it for like a certain amount of period of time. With the aimed shot, oh my word, that'd be savage. Oof. So as we see, the Allies are losing, but they do have 2 stars. They just need to hold it. Like there's stuff wrong. The Allies have the army to win this, but you need to be you need to get a rear echelon, double bazookas, which he does have, which should be able to deal with that pretty nicely. So Faust coming in, the Puma's in the back, the heat shells have been used. 1 star, he needs to whack on that aim shot and hit that right now. Hit it. He needs to get that aim shot. He doesn't even need the aim shot right now. He's got that heat shell still. So he's gonna go bang. That's what I mean. The American army is so weak, and he just gets out of there. That's now 1 star. We have a 1-star Puma, a 2-star Luke's, a 2-star Puma, and the Sturm Tiger on the reload that has just finished the reload period. It's a very dangerous beast. So So now the only armor on the field has gone. Well, the only armor that can take on a Puma has gone for the Americans. A Jackson has been put on the field, which is good against the Puma. It can outrange a Puma, and a very good howitzer wiping off that Volksgrenadier squad there. That's a 5-star Volksgrenadier squad. That is a bitch of a wipe. It's RNG, and RNG was not in the favour there. The only thing is the Pumas can take any anti-tank gun shell, any anti-tank grenades, and they're going to have a damaged engine. And oh my word, what was that? I don't know what it was, but that's I believe it was an MG, or there was a Kettenwerfer in the building. Just got absolutely obliterated. So that's I believe that is not what Elpeern wanted. He did kill the Sherman, but the American player has had his own back now, and he's killed 2 of Elpeern's vetted up squads. That Kettenwerfer was a very highly vetted up squad. Elpeern is going to be a cocky little bastard, and he's going to actually try and run into the Allies' base. He wants to finish this right now. He wants no prisoners. Right, the ambulance has been sniped by the Puma. The Sturmtiger is waiting at the base entrance. It's been fired. Didn't really hit anything. Did a bit of damage to the lieutenant. He knew what he was doing. He got the hell out of there. Saying that though, the Luke should be able to, on that sliver of hell, should be able to. I know, double bazooka. But the infantry coming up behind is going to kill the rear echelon. And as we see here, Jackson on the field. There's a double Puma. The double Puma can easily deal with a Jackson. So that's not a thing. There we go, there's a nice shot there. Jackson gets a double shot there, and another Faust, and that thing's dead. I believe. There we go, that's how weak. No! He's still alive. I would suicide one of these in. Even if you lose it, double another miss. This Jackson might have another shot. No. I would ball rush in the Puma. If you lose a Puma to kill a Jackson, worth it, and he does that. So the Jackson does die, but the Puma, 2 stop him, does die. But it's very good. So the other Puma died as well, so I don't know where that died. So all armor on the field is gone, apart from the Sturmtiger and the 3-star Greyhound. It's a very, very close and very, very scary game here. Both sides have lost a lot of troops. However, Elpeern also lost a lot of infantry in that as well. There's 2 3-star bar squads there, a lieutenant or a 2-star. There's a Greyhound that's healing up real quick. On the Axis side, we have 2 Volksgrenadiers, one a 4-star, one a 5-star. Building another one, MG42 coming out, Sturm Pioneer, Sturm Tiger, and another Panzer II Lux. This is the most Luxes I've seen in a 1v1 game in a long, long time. I've never seen a mechanized army. He hasn't even upgraded for Schwer headquarters yet. And now also the Allied player is getting in fuel. An American armor, it might be crappy armored, as in it can't take much and it can't dish much apart from the Jacksons, but it is cheap. The Jackson's 135 fuel and the base Sherman I believe is 110 or 120. That's a lot more expensive than the really good armor of the Ostia. Not the Ostia, sorry, the Old Commando West. And I don't know where that shot landed. Did he wipe a squad? No, he didn't. But a paratrooper has been. Oh, did he? Yes, he's called it in. The 900 manpower thing with automatic. It automatically has the light machine guns. Oh my god. So you don't even need to. So it comes in with an AT gun and 2. It comes in an AT gun which got manned by the lieutenant. And 2, this is what he needs. I know I don't usually agree with this, but the AT gun is much needed, and these paratroopers are, oh my god, they'll rip the crap out of them. They're not as good as the upgrades because each of them only gets 1 and can't be upgraded, so they're not going to be as combat effective as the normal ones where you upgrade with 2 of them. But basically, you have a very, very, very good unit there. However, the AT gun has gone down, which is not what you want. Sturm Pioneer is going to come in close range, probably do a lot of damage to one of these paratroopers, but the other one's going to do a nice amount of damage and maybe even wipe it out. The Greyhound's going to go down to the Luke, so that's all the armor of the American gun off the field. The paratroopers were a good call, but the AT gun just was not defended and got easily massacred by the Lukes. The AT gun is still alive, however, so he can get this. I would get this paratrooper on the field right now. He needs some armor on the field, so I would go for another Greyhound. I would get for the 110, save up the manpower. He's only needs to save up 20 more manpower, but his infantry is very low, but he's going to save up for that, and he's probably going to grab that the M4 right now, if I imagine correctly. So we'll see what happens. Is he going to go, or is he saving up for the Jackson? be saving up for the Jackson, which I think is very, you shouldn't do. The M4 would be better, especially against the Lukes, as the Lukes can even do damage towards the Jackson. AT gun has been taken by the paratroopers, so there's now that AT capability. This is no one's game right now. With the Puma on the field, it's definitely going to go in the favour of Elpeern. The only bad thing about having an infantry on the army right now for the Americans is just the worst vehicle in the world for you is on the field if you're an infantry player. That's not a Brumbar, that's not a Stug Assault Gun, it is a Sturmtiger, which instantly wipes your high tier infantry. These paratroopers' worst nightmare is meeting this. He's not microing very well, so this this paratrooper could go down, but even before he does, the one guy with the machine gun does get a nice kill on the 5-star, but does manage to get out of there. AT gun should. Wow, that was a savage howitzer shot. He's put on tank only, which it hasn't. Get ready for AP shells, because with all fairness, so one AT gun's not enough to deal with it. He's got a Jackson in the field. The Sturmtiger has been loaded. The Sturmtiger does rush up the field and one-shot the AT gun to oblivion, and it would only take a couple of shots. The paratroopers need to be defended. At this time, 900 manpower. It's a good idea what he did with the assault group, but it's not enough. Armor-piercing shells have been pumped on for the Sturmtiger. I don't think and there we go. The Sturmtiger has been eradicated. The Sturmtiger eradicated the AT gun. It's within a sliver of health. As we see there, with a nice little animation there. The OKW armor is going to be moving. The Jackson's going to be coming on the field, but I think it's a little too late. The Allied base is a graveyard for vehicles. This 3-star goes down, it's going to be sayonara. The Jackson does get a nice cheeky shot on the back of this Puma. The Luke's on its own can't deal with that. As we see, this near the base is a graveyard attack. Jackson is probably going to take a shot at the Lukes, does half damage to the Lukes. Puma could probably crack in a high explosive shell round here, but he's not going to. The Lukes could be seen bye-bye here. This Jackson's hunting for blood right now. Has found this Sturmtiger, which can't move because it is loading. Abandoned. It was a... what the hell? Oh, it was loaded. Oh my word! This is basically when it's loading. He hit it so hard that the crew that was outside loading it up abandoned it. The Sturmtiger is up for grabs. If the American player gets some infantry up and takes it, that would be savage. Elpeern's rushing 5-star Volkswagens into this thing for Faust, which he needs to do. The second Puma's coming on the field. The Puma's coming in. He's doing a suicide run. Puma goes down. Jackson's on a 1-star. Armor piercing round. Needs to hit this. He needs to hit this. Elpeern cannot afford another one. Saying that though, the Fausts have almost cooled down, and a double Faust in the back of here. He has the munitions for it. The paratroopers are desperately trying to get in here. Elpeern knows he needs to get these Fausts off, but he's not microing very well. He's going to have to try and save it. The fact that this thing has got Dijet, another Faust has come in. He just needs to tickle it with the Lukes even. One more Jackson shot. One more Jackson shot, and yet there we go. The Sturmtiger's down, and just like that, the tables have been turned. Elpeern is on the defensive once again, and with enough, and he does have the victory points to hold, and he did a colossal screw up then. The Jackson, however, is going to get killed by the Puma. However, the Puma gets off a savage. So the Puma gets shot by a last stand of the Jackson. With a combined AT round, only if it was armor piercing. Elpeern quickly, good Michael, smoked and got the crap out of there. That could have been horrendous for him. Luke's moving on the field. Anti-tank rifle grenade being thrown. It's going to damage that Luke's engine. AT gun getting a really good shot. The range for the American AT is really insane. That AT gun's going to be moved up, so all of Elpeern's armor, vastly superior right now, is going to be retreating right now. And he's going to need to be fixed back at base. This Puma managed to make it back to base, and it's being healed up at the base. However, there is two 5-star Volkswagens roaming around the field. However, these two paratroopers are slowly becoming vetted up. However, they traded it to get is it another AT gun? I don't know. But he needs to get the hell out of there, or this Volkswagen is going to be doing some damage. Well, the Volkswagens have not been upgraded with the STG-44 packages, which I'm surprised right now, because right now it would be abundance of help for them right now. Maybe he wants to save up his rounds in case he needs to use the heat explosives and the critical shots for the Pumas. I don't know. But if he keeps it up, he could really do with those STGs. He has the munitions to blow 2 squads of STGs on these guys. And he needs to get the hell out of there because the combined bars and bazookas here. Alcoholic is slowly getting a better infantry army now. The Sturm Tiger's off the field, so your infantry doesn't need to worry about that. All you need to deal with is the Lukes, and the Lukes can get easily shot by anti-tank rifle grenades, so anti-tank grenades, AT guns. So there's nothing really to fear for this infantry. What he needs to do, he needs to wipe one of these really good Volks Grenadiers. If he wipes one of the Volks Grenadiers, it's going to be really good. MG34 on the field though, which is going to be a nice little reassurance to help Elpeern keep this massive squad at bay. The AT gun's going to get a nice cheeky shot on Elpeern's Lukes. Do apologise for that. As we see here, the paratroopers here, even though the Volk Grenadiers are behind heavy cover, at that range though, at range, it is a beast. The light machine gun's a beast, and as we see, Elpeern needs to get the hell out of here, or he's going to lose the squad. The 5-star's going to go down. The 5-star goes down. The Volks Grenadier, the 5-star Volks Grenadier goes down and dies. MG34 laying down vast suppressive fire. However, the MG, there's a 50 cal on the field now. I don't know who's going to win this. It looks either way. The points look in Elpeern's favour, but he lost his Sturm Tiger. He lost 2 Pumas. He almost lost the Lukes. He's lost 2 squads of infantry, and now a 5-star Volks Grenadier. And it looks like this MG34 is going to bite the dust. It does. Elpeern is down to a hollowed out army. His Lukes need to pull out all the stuff, but there's an AT gun in the area, so the Lukes can't defend the MG34. However, the Puma being aggressive, sniping the MG with the support of the other 5-star here, and the crafty, annoying howitzer that's caused Elpeern so much pain and misery. The entire game has gone down as well. So each side really hitting sucker blows right now. MG tried to get picked up by one of the rifleman squads, causing the rifleman squad to almost get wiped. Managed to get back to base, but the MG he tried to pick up did die. These paratroopers need to get out of there. They do not have the weapons to deal with the Lukes. The Puma has just blatantly outflanked the AT gun. However, a heat-seeking anti-tank rifle grenade thrown from a massive distance managed to hit its engine. Elpeern is slowly knocking down those VPs, and Alcoholic, really, the USF player, needs to get the stars. He really needs to get these capture points. So we'll see. The dreaded howitzer has been remanned, losing its 2-star veterancy, however. So he's not gonna get that increase. A very sexy snipe, but even the 3 men in the 5-star Volk here gave some really nice sniping shots. This is a graveyard outside his base. There's dead Jacksons. There is a dead ambulance, dead Jackson, dead Lukes. However, Elpeern has been doing the smart thing and has actually been trying to get some of these wrecks for some extra fuel by using the thing. Paratroopers doing a great job here, but they're not actually getting this heavy cover. This is not what you do. You do not want to rush your paratroopers forward like this. Another Sturm Tiger on the field. I did not see this. I don't know what. I think the Sturm Tiger's waiting. I don't think he's seen this. He needs to be very careful, or this paratrooper is going to meet a very, very horrible deny. A blatant miss on from the Sturm Tiger there, which is quite disappointing. Alcoholic saving up now, is going to crap out another Jackson. However, there is a second Puma. How many Pumas have we seen this game die? I believe we've seen 4 Pumas die, 2 Jacksons died, M4 died, 2 Lukes die. It's been a graveyard. This is where light armored units come to die. No mines being used really. A couple from Elpeern early game, but none late game. Elpeern has a lot of munitions right now. He could easily just lay crap tons of mine, really hamper the Americans' forces. Everything they take, they get a mine. It's going to cost them, because if you make the American pay manpower, he's not going to have the manpower to get those Jacksons, to get those Shermans. Finally, for the 3rd time, decides to reman the howitzer, which is going to get a nice little cheeky shot off. Kills one of those Volks. Every kill is 100 XP. And gets to 5-star. And the howitzer does a lot of damage. Calling in white phosphorus barrage on the building is going to wipe it out insanely fast. However, this paratrooper needs to get the hell out of there. 2-star, these paratroopers are getting up. Mine goes off there. Very good there. Like I said, good mine there. almost wiped the squad. The Lukes might be going in for a cheeky shot at it. However, one more shot. A really nice AT grenade from the rifleman there. However, he really wants this. He really wants to kill it. The cheeky shot there from the Pumas. The Jackson needs to be very careful here. Gets a very nice shot. Kills the Luke. Kill ya? No. Yes. Doesn't kill the Luke. Yes, does kill the Lukes. Does kill the Lukes. Jackson is doing a stupid thing right now. Elpeern has just gonna sit back and say, "Come at me," but he's not. He's finally gonna understand his senses. Come back. He's gonna have to get his vehicle crew somewhere safe to heal this thing because he has no rear echelon, so he's got nothing to heal. Elpeern's slowly rehealing his infantry army, bringing them another Volksgrenadier. Stern Pioneer probably gonna beat. He's gonna happily beat this this paratrooper close range, and stun grenade done, almost dead. Luke's is probably gonna move. Luke's is actually down, so. Oh, unlucky, double miss. A double miss from the Pumas here. Jackson got very lucky there. I believe the second shot actually did hit a little bit, but didn't do that much damage. Stern Pioneer is kicking ass, taking names. It's a 4-star Stern Pioneer. Advanced combat expertise there, so very deadly unit on the field right now. I have never been into a game this much in quite a while. It's a very exciting game. Enjoying it. The Sturm Tiger with that sexy camo is still hovering around the field, so we do need to keep an eye on that. Double paratrooper. This paratrooper, I don't know what this paratrooper thinks he's doing. He needs to get the hell out of there and reform. I understand you want the machine gun, but all Elpeern needs to do is just target fire this, and this thing's dead. I think a grenade is being thrown, and does get hit by that Volksgrenadier. Is in a world of pain. But he doesn't understand. He's going to lose this squad. He's going to lose this two-star paratrooper. Very expensive. He can't train anymore. Oh my god! What a miracle! Oh no! It just gets sniped in the end. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a real shame. GG, well played. Alcoholics calling the towel right now. Very well played both sides. Very immense games. It's been a graveyard for Pumas. A graveyard for Sturm Tigers. Here's a dead Sturm Tiger. Dead Puma there. Dead Puma there. So there's a dead Greyhound there. Dead Lukes there. Dead Jackson there. Dead M4 there. It's just everyone on the field is battered by howitzer rounds and artillery over here. It's savage. He's asking, did you rebuild that Luke's? Yeah, he's got to know what. Yeah, he rebuilt that Luke's. Yeah, because he said there's the double K. Either Alcoholic knows he's lost now, but he has to admit it was been a great game. Both players have enjoyed it fully. It's a clear win for Elpeern here, but some the battle was always in Elpeern's favour for about half of it with the VPs. However, army value wise, it was swinging back and forth the entire game. And for every Jackson dead, 2 Pumas went with it usually. So he got traded. Very good games both players here. I'll take you to the end screen and we can have a look at the results of the damage dealt. I've got a feeling Elpeern did less vehicle damage. I've got a feeling the American did more. There's a lot of AT rounds there, a lot of AT shots firing. I've just got a feeling that the American did more damage, but he got less kills. So as you see here, yeah, I was right. The American got 49,763 damage dealt with 175 units killed, but lost a colossal 221 units died. Damage dealt for Elpeern 41,227, 190 units killed, 179 units lost, 50 captures to 38 lost. So as you see, the captures when the losses were definitely in Elpeern's favour. Have a look at the graph army value wise. It was very close up until this point. And Elpeern took off. However, massive dies. Elpeern loses a lot of troops and a lot of armor, and so it's very close here. And again, Alcoholic loses a lot of his army. He's underdog, and he somehow clutches from the victory, the grasp of defeat, pulls Elpeern's army all the way down to the dust. Elpeern's got practically nothing, but stays on for dear God, and Elpeern finally overtakes again and again. Just dips down a little bit, but right until the end, a valiant fight for both players. A very good game, probably the best game I've seen this month for sure, at the very least this year, I would say. So thank you guys for sending in the replay, much appreciated. This was a Company vs 2 player by Zeva Elpeern. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the battlefield.